Donald Trump sues the United States of America. Donald Trump becomes president, and now Donald Trump has to settle the suit. I hereby give myself $1 billion. Actually, maybe I shouldn't give it to charity. Maybe I should keep the money. No, a lot of people say do it. No, I don't want to do it. But whatever happens...
Let's slow down, because what was just said really matters, okay? I mean, this week, Donald Trump stood on a stage and said out loud that he could give himself $1 billion in taxpayer money. Not Congress, not courts, himself. And described suing the United States government and then becoming president, and said, quote, "I hereby give myself $1 billion. That is not a joke. I mean, that is not how this government works either, and it's not okay. So this country is built on a simple idea. No one is above the law. Not a president, not a former president, not a future president. The power of the purse, the power to spend taxpayer money, belongs to Congress. That is not a suggestion. That is, in the Constitution. So a president cannot just decide to pay himself, even if he thinks he was, wronged, even if he filed a claim, even if he won an election. Lawsuits against the federal government do not work that way. Settlements do not work that way, and the Justice Department does not work for the president personally, although I understand. Look, we know that the Justice Department is not supposed to be, I want to say, in cahoots, I guess, whatever, with the president. But we also understand that Trump is running this regime in a way that, well, a regime would be run. Basically, if he wants something done, he needs something, or anything for that matter. If you're an appointed official, you will obey and you will do what you are told. Otherwise, you are fired, and you are publicly going to be talked about and thrown under the bus, and just your career is over. But that's the thing with these people. They care more about their career than they care about you and me and, everybody else. It's about their career. It's about their daddy Trump, and that's it. We got to keep daddy proud. We got to keep him happy, because if we don't, oh my God, he's going to spank us. When, a president talks about negotiating with himself, that's, sets off some major alarms for basically every American, left, right, and center. Because this is not about humor. This is about how power is understood, or misunderstood in this case. The claim he referenced against the DOJ has not resulted in a single court ruling in his favor. No judge has awarded him money. No settlement even exists. No check is waiting to be written for $1 billion. And even if one did, it would require lawyers, career officials, oversight, and possibly congressional action. Not a mic drop at a rally. Okay? This kind of talk normalizes something dangerous, the idea that government funds are personal property to the president. And guess what, guys? They're not. That money belongs to working families, veterans like myself, teachers, single parents, seniors on fixed incomes, not the president. It does not belong to any one man. So when a president treats the justice system like a personal ATM, even rhetorically, it undermines public trust. And public trust is hard to rebuild once it is gone, let me tell you. You do not have to like the FBI to believe in the Constitution. You do not have to trust the DOJ to understand separation of powers. And you do not have to be partisan to say, this is wrong. Words matter, especially from the most powerful office in the world. This is not about personality. This is about precedence, okay? And this is about whether the rule of law is real or just merely a suggestion. America does not have kings. We do not have self-paying presidents. We do not settle legal disputes with applause lines. The Constitution is not an option, and taxpayer money is not a punchline, but he doesn't understand that. Thank you for watching. I am Jared Zisser, and this is Ring of Fire. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on notifications to make sure you are informed about everything important in progressive politics today. And if you are looking for fact-based independent reporting all day, every day, follow me here on Instagram or here on Facebook. See you in the next video.